Yo guys, today I'm going to be showing you guys my PvP settings and explaining why everything is the way that it is. So the reason why I use raw input, which is the best input, is because that's just how your mouse moves. It doesn't have any acceleration or anything into it, so it's just you. It's all you. Sensitivity doesn't really matter. You do you in this. I don't mess around with this. I mean, smoothing. It affects the way that your mouse moves, and that's not good. You just want it to be your pure aim. That's kind of trying to assist you, but it doesn't assist you because it doesn't have like tracking. So let's say if I'm aiming at somebody like this, see how it doesn't snap to him, it's not pulling into him. Smoothing basically just makes it smoother, so it doesn't even really help you. You see, your pure tracking is what you're kind of wanting. So if it's just you tracking, it's going to be a lot more natural if you just do your own settings. So like fine aim controlling, you don't want that on either, because then it affects the way. So like fine aim control will affect the way that you zoom in. So let's say if I go like this compared to like moving around like this, I can do a full swing and go like that in case someone's pushing me. On this side, I can go like that. But I can't do that if fine aim control's on. So like let me turn it on real quick and I'll show you what it does. So I'm gonna aim. It just it's not the same speed. It slows it down. It makes it a lot more laggier, or just not. It's not as it's not as nice. It's not as good. Keep that off. All right. Just these are my settings. These don't really matter, but yeah. Just stick with these top three settings. Oh, four top four settings. And for graphics, make sure Direct 10 is on. What Direct 10 does is Direct 10 is pretty much no bullshit. So the thing is, when you have Direct 11, it'll make things a lot more laggy. So let's say if Direct 10, when I go to drink this, here, let me put this gun away. So let me drink something real quick. Watch it, it'll be instant. Instant. See? Instant. If it's Direct 11, it won't be instant. It'll have a delay. So let's say if I'm getting arrested and the server has the break the scripts cuffed, the break the cuffs script, it'll start to like bug out, so that it'll be delayed. So the thing is, it'll be way harder, like 30 times harder to break those cuffs. So keep it on DirectX 10 because it just removes all that lag. Your resolution, do whatever your default like monitor is. So and then I turn all this stuff off. Make sure VSync is off. That shit's terrible. Make sure all this stuff is down. This is for PvP settings, so you want to have as good as graphics. I mean, like the just want to have a graphics boost, So make sure this is horrible. Make sure so the way that you can disable that is actually through here. Look, DirectX 11. If you turn that on, this will come back. But if you turn it on DirectX 10, it'll stay off. But you can't see. I would have to restart my game. But this would come back, and you do not want motion blur and in-game depth of field. So. And then this 5.4 will always help you. So, and then I use full screen exclusive so I can select my frame rate or my refresh rate. Aspect ratio, you want 5.4 for PvP. It just helps so much. Please select 5.4. Your tracking now should be a lot better. A couple of other things that might help you, including your mouse settings and stuff like that. So the polling rate is how many times your mouse updates a second. So I have a special mouse, and it's probably like $60. I think it's like $60. I'll put a link from my mouse in the description and a picture of it right here. But it's a Viper 8K, so it updates 8,000 times a second. And I play at 250 DPI. Sometimes I change it to 200, 250, but I keep it low so that I don't have that over pull. So the thing is, I'd rather just be able to under, because then I can kind of keep in the same area. If I overshoot it, then you have a problem. If I'm always overshooting compared to where I'm just kind of around the same area, you know, you just want to always want to make sure that your surroundings, you know where you're fighting. Um, and you also have to know that left peeking is awful because look, I can't see through here. You see what I'm saying? So if I was to push, I have to push so far open. compared to where if I was playing a right side. Okay, so let's go over here. Right side is where you want to be peeking. Right side peek, because you can actually shoot through this. So I'm not going to shoot through this because the police will come. But yeah, you can shoot through this. So that's called ghost peeking. But the thing is, you can also like fiddle around with it a little bit. Because the thing is if you don't have to ghost peek with it. But the thing is, left peeking, you actually get the full wide peek. So the thing is, let's say if I was to shoot like this right here, I can see past this still. You know what I'm saying? So you can easily just come out real quick, shoot him in the head, and then go back. You don't even have to just ghost peek. It's just being able to see what's coming compared to, you know what I'm saying? You literally like. Here's a good way to also show it over here, as on this one. So if you peek like this, you can see a lot more. But when you peek like this, you just can't. You know what I'm saying? You have to fully expose yourself. So also use emotes to kind of hide yourself a little bit. That's not scummy at all in the sense of people are always running around trying to kill each other and shit, hiding. You know what I'm saying? You can crouch and shit, like why can't you lay down? You know what I'm saying? So I don't I don't see it as being scummy. I personally don't do it, but here's a couple of ideas. Let's say if you know what I'm saying, people are pushing up here, but you wanna catch the drop on them. Yeah, you can hide down here, but let's say like for whatever reason you want to do anything, just use pass out 3, and then that makes you like a little stick. So pass out 3 is really useful. You can come up, shoot them. You just press X to raise your hand, cancel that. So, um, yeah. Also, don't jump during fights. The one thing that will always get people killed is jumping. Never jump during fights, even if you're trying to get some distance, because it's insanely hard to cancel. So the thing is, when you jump, you can't aim back or fight. You have no way of fighting. Always stay on the floor. Always just be running and shooting, hiding, shooting. You know what I'm saying? Compared to jumping and waiting, landing. Like it's not consistent. So just jumping during shootouts like this just to get behind cover is not worth it unless if you don't plan to shoot back. If you need to go, like need to move now, I mean I guess you can do it, but you know what I'm saying? Like think about it. Would you rather trade being completely defenseless and then everyone pushing you and killing you? Or would you rather just run over here and be able to shoot, apply some pressure, go back, shoot, apply a little pressure and get out of there? Compared to just jumping, it's not worth it. So make sure to disable this. It is always turned on by default. I mean, off. So the thing is, you'll always have that camera shake.
Oh, another one. Good shit. There's one. Watch out with crossfire.
Where at?
Just chill.
It's a 2v3,
Hold him back. Tell Mook should come up front.
There's one left,
Tell Mook should come
It's
up
Michael.
front.
Watch out, he just hit the fuck out of me.
I think Logan.
Low key push.
You wanna push that?
Don't fucking lose this! Don't! Let's go!
Huh? Where to?
Oh God.
Where to? Where to? Come on, take that back, man.
It's like hell up here, bro. It's like hell. Yo, what gang is this? What? Mouse settings. So if you type in mouse settings, let's go down here. Additional mouse settings. So this will be under the mouse settings of your computer. So you want to go to pointer options. Make sure this is turned off. Please make sure that's turned off. That's horrible. Turn that off. All right, now you're gonna go into your control panel. All right, so the control panel, it'll be right here. You go right over here, change how your mouse works. All right, So then you're gonna go into set up mouse keys. You want to turn acceleration all the way off. All right, all right. And so now you're gonna go into NVIDIA control panel. All right, all right. You're gonna go to manage 3D settings. You're gonna go to max frame rate. Turn that to 200. Well, how many times my laptop screen updates is 240 times a second. So find out what's the what's it called? The frame rate of your what's it called? Your monitor. So you want to find out the frame rate of your monitor and then max it to that. So you can even, some people do it a little over. I just left it as on. I've had no problems. So doing two over probably, I mean, they say it does ghosting, but in case if you have a drop or something, it's not supposed to make the frame drop as bad. And then my razor settings, again, this is my mouse right here. So, either even has like a hyper shift mode. I don't know what that does. It's supposed to like click faster or something. I don't know. I played 250, and then this is how many times the data updates in a second, 8,000 times. Normal gaming masters probably do 2,000, maybe 4,000. 8,000 is unheard of. Try to find another 8,000 playing heart rate. You literally can't. So this is a insane mouse. So, and the frame rate of your computer does matter. So the thing is, my laptop updates 240 times a second, which is kind of overkill. You only need, I think it's like 144, but I do 240 because it just looks so clean. So yeah, that's the reason why I use it. You don't have to use it, just my preference. So okay, so that's it for this video. If you guys could like and subscribe, that'd be really nice. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. Leave any tips, and if you have any other ways that you guys know of to help, just put them in the comments. So good luck to you guys. I hope this helps. See you around.